Today I'm back on the channel with Nighttime. You may remember him from some of our previous videos. He's our veteran whale inside of the game. And today we're talking about a wish list from a bunch of his friends over in the Oceanic server. And we're going to kind of discuss what a lot of people are hoping are coming to Diablo Immortal. Nighttime, stop showing off all your skins and stuff, man. How you doing?
Hey man, I'm doing great. It's nice to be back. How are you doing, man? It's
I'm
been a little
doing
bit.
I'm doing awesome. Listen, I'm going to BlizzCon tomorrow, so I wanted to hop on with you, record this video, and a little spoiler to all of you, we have some really big gem information for you. That's going to be in tomorrow's video. Make sure you don't miss it. But let's dive into this wish list. So, I know you have a community over in the Oceanic server of players that are, spenders inside of the game. You spend a decent amount of money. I
It's
want to
not
know
all
what
just
what
spenders, so I just want to take it out there. There's probably about 4 or 5 communities that I usually look into when I do stuff like this, just because I would like to get everybody's viewpoint, not just, bigger people.
You're so well-rounded. I love that. I love it. All right, so let's just start out. What's the first thing that everyone's saying that they want to see inside of the game?
Well, I'm actually going to start with my favorite one that somebody said, which was they just want like a list on the BG things here where you can search for, let's say leaderboards. You could search armor, you could search whatever instead of just bronze or win rate. You could actually type in the player name here, maybe at the bar, instead of just search by
Oh,
class.
because you're looking for particular players and you just
Yeah,
have to
and
scroll forever to find them.
yes, exactly. It's like, oh, well, this guy kicked my butt. What was he doing? And that
Yeah.
was genuinely one of my favorite ones, which was surprising because it's, in my eyes, very simple to do.
Well, that would be underneath the category of a quality of life improvement inside of the game. And we have
Yeah.
seen Blizzard do a ton of this stuff. So this is out there now. Maybe that's something we could see added. That would be awesome.
Yeah, and then a lot of the ones are, well, primarily BG faced, which you would kind of assume are PvP based.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of people in general just want the win system to be how you matchmake at this point. Whereas I had a very similar idea, except mine was sort of, why don't you take the 2 biggest characters, our highest rated characters, and just make them captains? And that point where you wait a minute at the beginning, they pick a team. You already have the time there. You could just put all the players in a pool and drag their names to one side or the other
So you could
based on the
actually
highest
create your
PG
own team
rating.
type thing. Give a little bit
Yeah,
more
and you
freedom.
could draft it, and then it would let everybody balance their own teams. Nobody
Hmm.
could cry about that stuff, and it's just a simple fix.
You,
You already have the time where you're waiting there.
you know what I think? I think that would be great for people that are at the top of the leaderboards. The people that are serious about it. I could see that being an absolute nightmare for the casuals, right? Where they're just
Yeah, I
trying to
could too.
like because I know
But
there's tons of
that
community.
was
Yeah,
also why I said it's just one player doing it on each side. It could just be the
that's true.
highest rated character on each side, and usually most games still have at least one, at least competent PvP player,
Yeah, it
whether
could
it
be
be.
abused though. That could be abused by
Yes, it
someone
could
that wants to sway.
100% be abused, but the whole system now where people are taking off their gems and still getting in
Yeah,
versus, whatever at 7, 8K resonance, you know, it, that's being abused now, so it can't be any worse, is how I see it.
that's a good point. That's a good point. It would be cool if there were an option to queue for like that kind of a match, right? If
That
that were
would
like
be
an option.
awesome too. That would be even more awesome, but based on the way Blizzard's given us things in the past, I wouldn't expect the second, option.
Yeah, I'll be honest. That probably I wouldn't see that or expect to see that either. What I will say though is we really haven't seen like anything massive for Battlegrounds. Like we've seen other PvP come into the game and stuff.
I honestly can't believe that. Like at this point of the game, it's been almost out, what, 2 years now?
I think you're
It,
stretching a little bit. Year
well,
year and a
yeah, it's
quarter
a little
maybe.
bit. It feels like it's been 2 years, man. But yeah, no, it's been out long enough where I would definitely expect the new mode to be out, and I can't believe we've also haven't seen that Echo or Challenge of the Immortal. I can't remember what it was called, but I believe it's still in here, so I will
Didn't
be
it
able
come? I
to.
thought it did come back for once.
Yeah,
Echo
it
of the
was Echo of the
Immortal.
Immortal. I think
Hmm.
it did for like 2 days, but we've seen that event 2 times in this entire game's life cycle.
I think it's funny they keep utilizing my name in all these events. It must be a pretty good name.
Well, I mean, it's almost like they keep echoing it.
Almost, man. I'll say So as a player that's not into Battlegrounds, but that does like PvP, I love that they have all these new game modes that are coming that are more free to play friendly. Like,
No, I do enjoy those too. Like if you're talking about like Wild Brawl
mm-hmm.
and all that stuff. Yeah, no, I was enjoying that. Wild Brawl, I'm not so much a huge fan of, but I really like the PvE mode, and I really like the whole
Trial of the
aspect.
Horde.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it was just I don't know. I don't like the whole battle arena thing. That's my
yeah,
personal thing. So
yeah. I get it. Something though, like I'm always kind of preaching on the channel that it's important to like bring PvP that everyone can play. But I never really talk about for the spenders and for people that are really into Battlegrounds, like giving you guys something as well, because you've been playing the same darn Battlegrounds for a year, over a year, and maybe something for the whales as well. For people like for me, I can't compete there. I don't even like the game mode, and I can't compete there. I won't try.
that's completely fair, man.
Yeah,
Like
but
I get it.
oh, that's a good thing to bring up actually. So I like that. Let's bring another a whale friendly activity to the game. A little another modification or mode for Battlegrounds. All right, what's the next thing you got on your wish list, man?
Well, these three are actually from Fady. I believe he was in JT's video about challenge rifts a little while ago.
Okay,
So,
cool.
um, he wanted BG matchmaking should check for classes. You shouldn't have Demon Hunter spam versus Blood Knight spam or Satyrs versus whatever. Seeing people that are 200 Paragon in a game with 8.4k resonance players isn't
Hmm.
exactly, okay. That was another big one, and I get that because there's no way in hell that's fun for them.
No,
It's not fun for us. We literally hit them one time and they're dead. Well, at least for me, it's not fun. I'm sure some people like that, but
it's probably fun for someone that's like brand new to it, then gets to smack people around, then eventually is like, I really need some competition. I didn't spend all
yeah,
this money to just one shot.
exactly.
Hmm.
And well, stuff like that really always bugged me too. Then this one says big whales also get massively rear-ended with matchmaking, then resulting in two big whales of 7 to 8k versus one 9k person. And that does happen a lot. Either that or it's like one 9k versus one 7k, and then you get a
Mm.
bunch of role players, which 7 and 9k is a very big difference in this game.
Yeah,
So what he said is matchmaking seems to just do your total life and damage numbers, even though they said they changed that, and I kind of agree at this point after playing this for God knows how long since the last update. Well, actually, the last update was a few days ago. I haven't really played much since then, or in all honesty, pretty much at all. So I can't really speak on that yet.
I've actually been a little
Um,
bit more casual as of late too, mostly because of being busy for going away. But I need to
oh,
catch myself up as well. Um, I know you
and
had
then
something. Oh yeah, sorry.
his third was just about smurfing with a whole like removing the gems thing that I already brought up.
Okay.
That was it. So yeah, the other thing was I would hopefully like to just ask the devs to potentially consider working on the whole oceanic transfer thing off of here to maybe US realm or just merging us shortly.
Yeah.
We're not exactly dead yet, but I'm sure we're going to be dead within the next like 6 7 months
Oh
at this
God.
point. That's what it feels like
So let me
based on the
explain to
rate it's
everyone.
going.
Let me explain to everybody. Why don't you show off your skin and stuff while I do this explanation? But
Oh boy.
what he's talking about here is nighttime plays on an oceanic server,
Yeah.
and
Well,
back
I can
in the
actually show
past.
that.
Oh, cool. Yeah, nice. In the past, he tried to find his way to come join my server for a little bit, or at least see if it was a possibility. And it's
This is what
not
popped up.
possible because there are like. Can you go to yours again? Are there only two oceanic servers?
There's three, but it's all
It's
in the
three.
same realm.
So yeah.
So it's one.
Oh god. So it's one. So
Yeah.
the thing is, the oceanic region is extremely small, and it seems that Diablo Immortal has pockets of servers. So we have like the North American server where we can all do server transfers, we can combine servers. Then there's the oceanic, which only has those three servers, which is actually all into one, as he's saying, and then
We're
others around the world
literally
as well.
we're literally at the point where it's just like we've consolidated so much power into three clans versus three clans that that's all it is. So
Right. So what he's looking for is the ability to take that group, the oceanic server as a whole, and be able to merge it with another server cluster in the world.
Yes, that
Probably the
would
North
be
American one, but
that would be nice. It's either going to be that or Asia, and it's fine by me. I just would like
yeah.
the ability to always play the game for at least another 2-3 years.
Well, it's gonna have to be addressed because if we're looking at something that if we're looking at something where you've spent tens of thousands of dollars in the game,
Well,
they
there's a
can't
lot
let your
of
server die. They can't.
there is a lot of very large people. Like I am pretty minuscule here, and I'm like what 7.1K. I mean, right here you have this one.
Man, makes
they're every 7.5.
stuff makes me jealous. It makes me real
That's
jealous.
pretty much everyone that's left here is huge. Oh wait, that's the wrong one.
Yes,
There are
some
a
big
couple,
boys.
so I always get them mixed up. It was this one that I was looking for.
Oh man.
It's just like it's not that we have tiny players on our realms or anything. We definitely have a huge number of whales that would definitely make you more money in the future.
Yeah, true. And
So
there will be opportunities to buy more things in the future. We can guarantee that. All right, before I close out the video, I just want to ask you: were there any other wish list items that you want to share with us today?
those were the main ones. So no, I'm more than happy with that.
Cool. Well, I
'Cause
think that the server one could potentially be a big problem. If your oceanic region starts to get really quiet, you have a lot of people that invested a lot of time slash money or money into the game, and there needs to be a place for people to go. So it'll be really
we we
cool.
we have well over a clear, probably like 2-3 million by now spent just from the whales of the server.
Yeah, that's believable. That's actually very believable. So, it would be awesome to see that you guys could come to my server and I could
I
be
wouldn't
in
mind it.
your group. Yeah, that would be nice. That would be ideal. So we'll see. We'll see if that ever comes. It's out there on YouTube right now for Blizzard to hear and maybe try to address. Thanks so much for coming on, man. I want to let everyone know. Nighttime here. He's got some details about gems and things that are going on currently inside of the game with gems and things that are going on that are not yet in the game for us, but that's happening over in China. Those are going to be my next two videos. We're going to talk about that tomorrow and the following day. So you don't miss it, make sure you subscribe to the channel because they are worthy topics that you gotta see, you gotta hear. Well, so much thanks, Nighttime, for coming through. I
Hey,
appreciate it, man.
and I just want to say one more thing. If you guys ever need to talk or just feeling down, I'm nighttime ball on Oceania, and I will gladly be here to talk. So
I knew it
feel
was
free.
coming. I knew that was coming. Thank you, brother. We'll see you in the next one.